the Saturday Championship, sponsored by, well, it's a new sponsor, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so we are here at round Sardinia A for round 4 of the Saturday multi-class. Are mandatory of a minimum of 3 laps, and it is a 50-minute endurance. Anyway, so we got 11 people on the grid. They went out, did their qualifying. So on pole we have Enzo Jack. On second we have Fitzy. Panic is a third. Silly Shot is fourth. Then there's Thunder in 5th. Oz in 6th. Haven't it? Yep, Oz in 6th. And that is the last of the GR2 guys. Then in 7th, which is pole for the GR4s, so May is 7th. And then you've got Hoggy there in 8th, Unforgiven 9th, Brian McCartney 10th, and Nando in 11th. So we have 11 people on the grid, so it's a great turnout. So anyway, let's get this 50-minute race on the way and see how they go. They'll get off the start, racing down towards turn 1. Hopefully everyone gets around turn 1 without an issue. All the GR2s did. About the GR4s. Yep, all the GR4s get around without an issue whatsoever. So as they now race on now towards the next couple of turns, it should be probably around about 4 laps when the GR2s will start lapping the GR4s. Alright, they're racing up here. You've got Enzo there in first still, with 15 seconds still, Panic in third still, Cillian's fourth still. But he's challenging with, he's got the Oz there in 5th, whereas Thunder was in 4th, qualifying 4th, so Thunder's dropped a couple of positions, I believe. But looking at the tyre, so Enzo started on softs, Fitzy started on softs, Panic started on the hards, Silly started on the mediums, Oz started on the mediums, Thunder started on the hards. Hoggy has taken the lead for the GR4s now. He started us off with Matty there on the mediums. Brian's there on the mediums as well. Unforgiven's there on the hards. And Nando is there on the softs as well. But he's on the softs, so he's going to have to make a move soon, because while he's on the softs and the others are on a slower tyre, he doesn't want to lose out too much. So he's going to want to make his moves as quickly as possible. He's going to want to try and get himself up to ahead of Matty, probably, because Hoggy is the only other one on softs, so ideally he wants to get past Brian as well, Brian and Matty, to get up to into the second position in the GR4 class. They're all going as quick as possible. And Enzo is starting to get a bit of a lead over Fitzy there in first, with Fitzy still chasing him down there in second, but they have dropped Panic a little bit in third. He's got the Silly Shot chasing after him on the medium tyres, with the Osman there on the medium tyres as well. Let's go on board with, let's go board with Silly Shot for a lap as he brings us through turn 1. with the Panic just a little bit down the road, not too far, about a second. There's probably about a second gap between the two of them, probably, or a second half, I think. So he's got to worry about defending against the Oz, and he's got to concentrate on closing that gap to Panic. The Panic is on the hard tyres, Silly is on the medium, so he's on the slightly faster tyre at the moment. As they come down to the next this 70, well, it's can't think what degree corner it is. Come around this can be a little bit tricky if you get it wrong. Don't hit the wall because it messes your complete lap up, and you can get through it at certain speeds. And that's a lap with Silly Shot. And obviously still trying to catch up with the Silly Shot there. And you got the Thunder there down in 6th place. He's dropped off a little bit from the Oz, looking at it. So the Oz is at 32.3. And okay, Thunder's got a slightly quicker time than the Oz at the moment. Oh, okay, he's looking at it, so he had his first lap was 3 seconds slower than everyone else, so that's why he's dropped off so much. And then you got the Oggy there, he's powering away with those soft tyres, trying to get away as far as possible. With the Matty there in 8, trying to chase him down, but they're having no luck. But Brian there, trying to chase him down, and then there's Nando. He's after Brian here, trying to close that gap on him, trying to see if he can get past him. And then you got the Unforgiven there. He's there in 11th now. He's dropped off the pace a little bit by the looks of it. Well, not by much. He hasn't really dropped off the pace by much. Well, what tyre is he on? Oh, he's on the hard tyres though, so that's why where the others are not on the hard tyres. Yeah, he's actually Unforgiven is actually the only one to start on the hard tyres for the GR4 guys. So that's why he's off the pace a little bit, and he's just about to get lapped. So it's taken, well, okay. It's taken longer for the GR4 than I thought. Probably about the 4th lap, but no, but it's the 5th lap that they are now lapping each other. With Enzo leading the way, with Fitzy there in 2nd. But then it's probably taken a lap. Like in League 2, it was 4 laps that it took for them to the GR2s to lap the GR4s, I believe. So it's, yeah, okay. Maybe it was 5 laps in the GR4s in League 2. I can't remember. Could have been 5 laps as well. But anyway, onto the race itself, with Enzo leading the way. He's just got past Hoggy, who is leading the way for the GR4s. And Fitzy is trying to make his way past to carry on chasing down the Enzo. And you got the Oz there. He has got past the Silly Shot now, so Silly Shot must have had an issue with the previous lap, because Oz was chasing Silly Shot down, but now the Oz has got past. And then the others there, 5th. He is closing that gap on the silly shot gradually. And then where's the panic? The panic is all the way back there and onto the softs. So he's now powering it. He's back. He's trying to get back in the race after being so far back, but he has pitted. Once everyone else pits, he will probably be round about the same. He may be, because he's on the soft tyres. He'll probably be in the. He'll probably come back out in 3rd, probably. Be back up in 3rd, probably, I would think, once everyone else pits. I might be completely wrong though, but that's where I reckon he'll be. Once everyone else pits, that's where I reckon he'll be. Anyway, so the current fastest lap is a 1:30.031 by Enzo. And he is starting to drop Fitzy a little bit. Just at the moment, Fitzy can't do anything. He is keeping him in his sights, but he is unable to close that gap. At the moment, Enzo is up on his time as well, so it looks like Enzo could be setting another fastest lap here, possibly. Yep, he has just set, oh wow, a 1:29.9. That's a brilliant lap there by the Enzo. And it's just at the moment, there's nothing that Fitzy could do about the Enzo. The odds there. He's obviously well back from the Fitz. He's being chased by the Silly in 4th. No mistakes from the odds here, because otherwise the Silly will be on him like a, what's the word? I can't think. But yeah, Silly is just looking for Oz to make a mistake to allow him to get that position off of him. Panic's up to 5th now as Thunder has taken to the pits. He's now come out onto the medium tyres. He was on hards and now he's gone on mediums now. Because the question is going to be, when are the front 4 going to pit? That will be the question. You got the Hoggy there, still leading the way for the GR4s. And he's got quite a decent lead. Oh, it's probably 3 or 4 seconds gap between him and Matty in 2nd place for the GR4s. And Brian's probably 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It could be actually longer than 3, probably about 5 seconds between him and Hoggy, and probably about 2-3 seconds between him and Brian. About how's Nando doing? Nando's there still. I think he must have had instance somewhere. Well, yeah, the previous lap, it was 4 seconds slower than his last lap. So I think he's had an off or a spin somewhere, so that's cost him a little bit. But unforgiven there, he's been in, looks like he has been into the people started on the hards. He is now on the mediums. So he's going to push as much as he can to catch the rest of them. Now it'll be interesting to see how many of them take the strategy that I took in League 2. Because my strategy when I raced in League 2 I went softs Then I went mediums and I did hards for the last 3 laps. And it was the fast, for me it was the fastest, and first place before the first pit stops, he was like 15-20 seconds ahead. By the time I come out for my second stop to come on to hards, he was 2 seconds ahead. He was 2 seconds ahead, so it actually played right into my hands. I didn't win it, finished second, but I was a lot closer to the first place than I was before. But anyway, enough about me. Back to the race itself. As you can see, Enzo's still leading, and he's just set another. He has just gone all purple again, so it looks like he could be going for another fastest lap. I think he's going as fast as he can while these tyres are still working for him. He is currently 1/10 up on his time. Oh, I think that might cost him a little bit, Brian. Oh, I'm just looking at it. Brian has just completely lost it. That's given now. Now let's go. Nando the perfect opportunity to get past. Let's go and have a look, see what happens. Once again, let's see what happened to Brian. He's probably come through this turning, and I think it most probably he's hit the wall and it's batting back out again. He's hit the wall and it's spinning back out, and it's given Nando, who's well behind him, the perfect opportunity to still get that place off of him as they both come around the corner together. But Nando is just ahead, and now Nando is going to have the advantage because he is on the softs, whereas Monkey is on the medium tyres as well, and he's got damage on the front and rear of his car. So that will slow him down a little bit. About where he's Unforgiven. Unforgiven's still way back. He hasn't sort of done anything to catch up yet, unfortunately. Renzo's still leading. He's got Fitzy just lapping Hoggy. There he is. It does look like Fitzy is. It does look like Fitzy is reeling in Enzo now. I think his car's started to work for him, and he is starting to close that gap on Enzo by the looks of it. Looking at it these times. But yeah, so Fitzy's definitely reeling him in. There's Yossi there. He's still in third position, but Silly's shot is now right behind him. They are going hammer tongs for this third position. As they come around this next corner, trying to get around May. Could this be Silly's opportunity to get past? Let's just stay with these two for a second. Silly is right in the Aussies slipstream here. They are side by side as they go down towards turn 1. Oh, there is a little bumper kiss between the two of them. So Oz manages to keep that position for now. This is probably the closest race series out of anyone at the moment, but I can't really stay with them. Let's have a look. So Panic there in 5th place. He has now got the fastest lap with a 1:29.555. Then Thunder there in 6th position. And Hoggy there doing first for GR4s. He's got good lead over May. He hasn't completely run away from him. Mate actually kept, considering Hoggy's on the softs and Matty's on the mediums, Matty's actually done quite well to keep that gap quite reasonable. And you got the Nando there in ninth place. He is being chased by the monkey. Looks like the Nando could be struggling a little bit here. Because really, theoretically, Nando should have the tyre. He's on the soft tyres, Monkey's on the mediums. So it's been, maybe it's the car itself that's not very quick, that's allowing Monkey to get past him quite easily. Anything Unforgiven there? Let's have a look, see where, so Nando's just gone through turn 1 into turn 2, and Unforgiven's just coming down over the start finish straight, so he's not too far behind. That gap is coming down gradually, but it'll come down even more once they all pit. But anyway, Enzo's there, he's still leading with Fitzy there, still in second, still trying to chase him down. Silly is now up to third with the Panic there in fourth. And the Osman there, he was on the medium, so he has just pitted. He's gone from the mediums onto the hard tyres. So Panic so far, Panic is back up to fourth. We are only just over 20 minutes through this race. We've still got 30 minutes to go. So quite a few laps till the end. We're not even halfway through yet. Well, looking at this, Enzo will be having to pit soon. He's all flashing now, so he'll be more than likely. Enzo will be into the pits at the end of this lap. Same as Fitzy will be in the pits as well. What about Silly Shot? Is he going to go in the pits now, or is he going to do another lap? Let's see. Let's just stay with him and see what he does. Yep, he's doing one more lap. The Panic is there in fourth place. Oh, someone's just spun it. Who just spun it? Oh, Unforgiven. He has just made a complete and balls up of that. He comes through this corner, gets that all wrong, and decides to go for a spinsy winsy. And that's definitely going to help Nando, because he's just been in the pits and come out on the mediums. And so is Unforgiven there. So both of them are on the mediums. But that's definitely helped Nando. Yeah, that's definitely helped Nando. So is Enzo going to go into the pits now? Yep, Enzo's into the pits. So is Fitzy. Next one's going to be Silly Shot. Will Silly Shot go in the pits now as well? Yep, Silly Shot is into the pits now as well. So Panic is just come in. You've got Enzo is filling his fuel up. Oh, Fitzy is on his way out. He's gone out hard. He's done a short fuel fill and gone on to the hards. Enzo has filled up completely, gone to the mediums. Panic is now up to second. So Enzo's actually doing the same strategy as me by the looks of it. Because this is exactly same thing as what I did in my race in League 2. It actually worked out better than doing soft hards mediums. But there is a race between these two, between Panic and Enzo now. At least there is some sort of race between the two of them. With Thunder there in full still. Silly Shot is coming out of the pits. He is in all the way down in only 5th. With the odds there he's in 6th now. He's actually quite a way back. I think that's what he's done is he has done his hard tyres and then he's gone and done his and then he's gone onto the softs. I think that's what he's done. So yes, I don't think he has to pit. I don't think he has to pit again, unless we just have a 157 lap there. That could be the issue there. But anyway, on with the race itself. So Fitzy currently leads, but he will have to pit sooner than everyone else because he's only got like 3-4 laps of fuel. So once he goes into the pits, Panic will take the lead, or Enzo. Well, probably be Panic, because Panic is ahead at the moment. Anyway, as they come round, trying to get past Matty as well at the moment sometimes when you're in a battle with someone, especially in the GR2s, it makes it very tricky when you come up to a GR4 and it's coming up to a corner as well. It makes it that much harder for everyone. But it is exciting. And one thing I'd like to give a big shout out for Enzo for saving and sharing the replay, because if he didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to do the commentary for it. So thank you for that. But as you can see, you can tell Panic and Enzo are both on the better tyre. Simply because they are literally closing that gap on Fitzy like butter wouldn't melt. Like, Fitzy's last lap was a 1:33.1, Panic's was a 1:30.4, and Enzo was a 1:31.4. So they are literally catching like 2-3 seconds a lap. We're looking at Panic will have to, at some point he'll have to pit because he's going to need to get rid of those tyres. So Enzo will take, once Panic and Fitzy take the lead, as long as he doesn't make a mistake, he will retake the lead for the time being once these two go into the pits. Then you got Thunder there in 4th, silly shot there in 5th. And Osborne there in 6th. So Thunder has now gone into for his next stop. Or his first stop. I'm not sure if that's his first stop or his second stop. And then you got the Oggy there, the lead of the GR4 class. Looks like, yeah, Hoggy started on the soft, so yeah, so he is now on the mediums. And Matty is now on the hard tyres. So now this can be where Matty isn't too far behind at the moment, but Hoggy could use this to his advantage now and get away as far as possible from Matty. Because he's on the hard tyres, he's not going to do anything about Hoggy in front of him. And you got the Unforgiven there, going into the pits now, as Nando carries on. Unforgiven, starting the hards. And he's on the medium, so this should be his final stop now to go onto the soft tyres. So Panic has taken to the pits, so has Bitsy, so Enzo has, for the time being, retaken this lead. Panic will go on to, I think, the medium tyre, and Bitsy will go on to the medium tyre as well, I believe. Yeah, because I'm sure Panic started on the mediums. No, I'm sure Panic started on the hards, I think. Let's stay with them for a second, just see what tyres they come back out on. So Panic comes out, back out on the mediums, and Fitzy on the medium, so they are both on the same tyre compound now, so there's no advantage for either of them. Let's go down. So Brian Monkey is now into the pits, with Hoggy, just as Monkey's gone into the pits, with Hoggy retaking the lead for the GR4s. And then May takes back 8th place, with Brian going back into 9th. And then Nando there is in 10th place. Monkey's on the hard tyres now. Yeah, Matty and Monkey are both on the hard tyres. So Nando's on the medium tyres. He should be able to try and use that to his advantage to get past Monkey there. If he can get close enough, that is. And then you got the Unforgiven there. He is actually quite far back. Unforgiven is quite far back, so look at it. So Nando is there, and the Unforgiven is there. He is quite a way back. He's gonna have to put in to even catch the back of the pack up, and to gain and not finishing last. He's gonna have to get any kind of decent result. So looking, where is the battling? We are on lap 22 currently. So the battling is... Panic has dropped Fitzy by about a second. And then you got Thunder, no, Oz battling the Thunder, but he does, I think the Thunder was ahead, but Oz has got ahead, or vice versa. And he's trying to Thunder maybe nearly made a complete balls up of that, but he managed to save it and keep on going. As they're coming around this next bend, Ozzy's just there, Thunder's just there, so Thunder is doing a good job trying to keep Osborne in his sights, trying to close that gap as much as possible, as much as he can, but they are both with soft ties here, so no one's got an advantage on this one. There is now, look at the time, there is only 15 minutes left to go. Silly Shot is there in 6th. He's on the softs as well. But he's got some work to do if he wants to close that gap onto Thunder now. But looking at front guys, where everyone else is. So Enzo is there. And Panic is there. There is a massive gap between the two. So, might be too early to saying now, but I think if Enzo keeps going, it should be his. It should be, by the looks of it, with the time there is. But I'm actually not going to say anything because I don't want to give the commentator's curse. But anyway, go on, Enzo. Keep going. Anyway, so Panic there in 2nd place. He's still being chased by the one and only Fitzy. But at the moment he's managing to keep himself at arm's length from Panic. I think every time he tries to, another GR4 gets in the way. So it slows him down a bit, unfortunately. And then you got the odds there. It looks like Thunder is trying to close that gap, looking at their time. So Oz's previous laps are 1:30.9 and Thunder's is 1:30.9 and 1:31. So let's just stay with them for the end of this lap. See what times they set now, and then I can work it out. See if Thunder is clearly capable. So Oz's just got 1:31.0. Okay, no, he's not. I think he's not going quicker than the Oz. He's sort of matching Oz's pace by a tiny bit. So he's unfortunately, although he's able to keep up, he's managing to keep up with the Oz. He isn't able to close that. He hasn't been able to find those couple attempts there which will give him the edge on closing that gap to him. Unfortunately, he might be able to. There's still a chance. He could hopefully might come across a couple of GR4 cars where Oz has to get past, and it holds him up for like a little second, which will allow Thunder to close that gap even more. We will see. As it stands, Oz is there in 4th, and Thunder there's in 5th. And Silly Shot there is in 6th. He's not actually too far behind Thunder. But it's difficult to say who's running. But what was I saying there? So it looks like Oz definitely got. I mean, did he or did he not? Did he get it wrong? Did he get coming out of this wrong? No, you didn't get that wrong. I didn't get anything wrong. I think Thunder must have just got through that bit a lot quicker. So much quicker than Oz did, because he was further away than that. Thunder's just like, he's probably gone through that bit like a rocket, and now he's literally right on the back of Oz. Now trying to go for a move, but you had to back off a little bit. But now Thunder is right on his rear bumper, looking for that position. This is where it is at the moment, I think. Anyway, silly shot there in 6th. Hoggy's there, still leading the way for the GR4s. He's got a big lead over May there in 8th place. Nando there. He has got ahead of Brian now, so he's there 3rd place for the GR4s. Brian there in 4th, and Unforgiven there in 5th. I think that's 5th. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, so Nando's now having to pit. I don't think Brian has to pit again. I'm not sure actually, he might have to still pit once more, I don't know, I'm not sure. He might have done all his pit stops. So that's Nando all the way down to the back now, so that's given Unforgiven the perfect position now. Thankfully, he's now got a place. Because I definitely think he does not have to pit again. So we are up to 39th minute, coming towards the 40th minute, which will mean we'll have 10 minutes left of this race to go. And Enzo is he is miles ahead of Panic in 2nd. Oh no! That's gone all wrong for him, now he's got damage. As I was saying, he's miles ahead. And he does that. That was almost like he forgot to turn. Oh no, do you know what? It looks like as he's come off the curb, yeah, there. As he's come across the curb, it's Unsettled car, and it swung him to the left into the barrier. Oh dear. And I was all saying, oh, that's how it was miles ahead. See, that's the commentator's curse, as you know it. I was saying how far ahead he was, and then he goes and does that. But he is still quite far ahead, but he's also going to have to pit soon. So this is now with that, he will not have to be, but he won't have to, he's going to have to pit for medium tyres, I believe. Nope, he's got medium tyres on now. Yeah, he's going to have to pit for hard tyres. I think he's going to be, Enzo should come out just ahead. He should come out because he's not going to have to do too many, he's not going to have to put too much fuel in. So he should realistically come back out in the lead, I think. Because that's where Panic is and that's where Enzo is. Anyway, so Panic's there, he's doing all he can to close that gap on to Enzo. And then you got the Fitzy there in 3rd place. He's trying to close Panic down with the Thunder there in 4th. And the Oz there is trying to close that gap on the Thunder now. Because he was, the other lap he was ahead of Thunder, now Thunder's ahead of him. And Silly Shot is there. It looks like Silly Shot is gradual to completely close down the gap. The Yogi there in 7th position. He has got a massive lead over Matty there in 8th place. Well, 8th place, but 2nd place for the GR4s. Got Matty there obviously in 2nd place. Brian there in 3rd. Unforgiven there in 4th. And Nando there in 5th. Anyway, let's get on. It's got under 8 minutes left, I believe. Enzo could be pitting this lap. Yeah, it could be this lap that Enzo is pitting, because you've got to have to do 3 laps on the man and on the each tyre. Oh no. He must have timed it right to this it though. It's 3. I'm sure it's 3 laps you're supposed to do. So 1 minute 30, 1 minute. That's 3 minutes. 4 minutes. Oh yeah, so minutes. 4.5 minutes. There has to be left on the clock for the 3 laps to, well yeah, because laps, yeah, it's about 4.5 minutes has to be left on the, just over 4.5 minutes on the clock for him to be able to do 3 laps on the hards. Hoggy has now pitted, so where is May? Because I don't think he's got a pit again. Hoggy is filling up. On his way out, is May going to be able to... Will Hoggy comes back out? Matty's on his way down. But Hoggy does keep the lead for the GR4s. But Matty is back there behind him again. There's a bit of a gap, but... Oh, and Hoggy's on the hard tyres as well. So you got Hoggy's on the hards. Matty's on the soft. This is going to be, and there's not much distance between two of them. This one is going to be a doozy, ladies and gentlemen, because Matty is now twice as fast as Hoggy, since Hoggy's in the hard tyres. But we always say it's one thing to catch someone, it's another thing to pass them. So Hoggy's going to have to pull something out of his rear bumper for him to keep Matty behind him, as there's less than 5 minutes of this race, and I think... So is this 4 minutes left now, and he is on his way back into the pit. He's on his way into the pits. I'm gonna have to stay with these two now. So he is hitting his big box. Panic is on his way. He's come around that corner. He's now chasing it down towards. He's on to start finish straight now. Enzo is just leaving the pits now. Is he going to come back out? Yes, he has come back out in the lead. So that little crash has not impeded him exactly, but now it's hard tyres versus medium tyres. So Enzo's going to have to think it's going to be squeaky bum time here for him now. He's going to have to do everything in his power to keep that car going and in the lead, because Panic's going to be coming for his rear bumper now, as Panic is on the medium tyres and on the faster tyre. Let's have a look at everyone else here. Everyone else, as time is counting down, you've got less than 3 minutes now. You got 2.5 minutes to be precise, with Fitzy there in third, Thunder there in fourth. He's still being chased by the Oz in fifth. Got a silly shot there. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to catch him back up. Hoggy there, he's still got the lead of the GR4s. Matty is closing in. He is closing that gap gradually. He is closing that gap to Hoggy. Whether it's going to be enough time. This may be their last lap, maybe. No, it won't be their last lap. They'll probably have one more lap after this. But the other thing is, Matty going to have enough fuel? That's going to be the question. Because look at his fuel as well. Brian there in 9th place. Unforgiven there in 10th. Nando there in 11th. But this is where the race is now, between first and second. They are coming up to the 49th minute with 1 more minute to go. Could this be the last lap for all of them? I don't think it will be. I think it could possibly be the final lap. Or it could be Enzo and Panic could just about get over the line before they do. The time's catching on quite quickly. Enzo there coming towards the final turn, getting around it without issue. He's got damage as he hit the wall. Panic is really, really on him now, on his hard tyres. And they are going to have to do one more lap by the looks of it. So it's going to be a doozy this final lap. Is there anything Enzo can do to stop the Panic from getting past and taking the lead from him? And let's see, this is the final lap now. We're hit the 50th minute. I'm literally going to have to, so first two to cross the line is Thunder and Osborne in 4th and 5th. I'm going to have to stay with these two because literally this is where the race is. Enzo does just have it, but Panic is really putting the pressure on. He is coming for him. And he really is. Enzo's just going to be sweating his ass off here, probably in that NSX. Like everyone there's coming around to pass, they're like just wanting to just stay out of their way. Coming through the next few turns, Panic is right on his rear bumper. As they get through, Panic goes wide. That gives Enzo the opportunity to stay where he is and stop the Panic from getting that victory. Because now, this victory is a brilliant victory for the Enzo, winning at Sardinia. And this is just a fantastic round 4. Congratulations to Enzo and Panic. Fitzy 3rd, Thunderful, Aussie in 5th, Silly Shot in 6th, Hoggy in 7th, Hoggy managed to keep that first place for the GR4s in 7th. Matty will come home to finish in 8th, and Brian finishes in 9th, Unforgiven finishes in 10th, and Nando finishes in 11th. Now, thank you for watching. That was just a fantastic race and a fantastic end between Enzo and Panic. I must say, that was fantastic to watch and commentate on. So, if you liked my content, please remember to like, comment, and if you're not, subscribe. Anyway, next time you will see me next time at Spa 24, round 5. So I hope you enjoyed, and bye bye for now.